And breaking news that's coming in at this point in time, latest developments as far as the clash in Ladakh is concerned. As per sources, sticks and stones were used in the altercation between the troops last night. 4 casualties have been reported on the Chinese side is what we understand at this point in time. Sources also adding that talks between the two nations won't be derailed due to this latest development. The Defense Minister is also expected to make a statement on this shortly. This is the latest information that is coming in at this point in time with regard to the face-off, the clashes that happened in Ladakh. In fact, sources say that there were stones and sticks that were used in the altercation between the troops last night, and 4 casualties have also been reported on the Chinese side as well. Also adding that talks between the two nations will not be derailed due to this latest development, and we're also expecting that the Defense Minister will be making a statement on this entire issue shortly. In fact, just to tell you what happened, a commanding officer of the Indian Army and 2 soldiers were martyred in Galwan Valley in eastern Ladakh on Monday night during a violent face-off with the Chinese troops. The Indian Army in its statement has said that the violent clashes took place during the de-escalation process in the valley and that there were casualties on both sides. In fact, Army sources say that Major Generals from both the sides are meeting to defuse the situation in Galwan Valley, Ladakh, as well as other areas. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, 3 Army chiefs, CDS and External Affairs Minister Jaishankar have also met to discuss the development. Those are the details coming in at this point in time. Srinjoy joining us for more details. Srinjoy, what can you tell us about the latest developments that are continuing to come in?
He said the Defense Minister, External Affairs Minister, CDS and the 3 chiefs had met. They took stock of the situation. On the other side, in Galwan, of course, it's a Major General meeting taking place. We are hearing there was at least talk of a Joint Secretary, Director General level meeting of the Ministry of External Affairs happening. It was supposed to happen today, tomorrow. We don't know whether it's going to happen today or tomorrow or whenever. So all this, apart from a particularly violent clash where 3 Indian officers and men have been killed, 1 Indian Army officer has been killed, and 2 Jawans have also been killed. Several would have been injured. There would be casualties on the Chinese side as well. No bullets were fired, but this time there were iron rods used, there were stones used. So it was particularly violent, and it happened in the night. So you would expect a considerable number of injuries on both sides. That is there. That there have been Chinese casualties, we know, because the Global Times, which is really a Chinese government paper in some senses, has already spoken of casualties. We haven't got a number as yet, but it's important to know there have been casualties on both sides, injuries on both sides. Now, of course, discussions are going on. It's very important to diffuse the situation because it comes just at a time when disengagement was going on. So as a result, this has really put a spoke in the efforts to disengage. This was something that had been going on for a while, and these deaths of Indian soldiers, officers and men makes the whole thing much more difficult.
Yes, absolutely, Srinjoy. In fact, just to take that point you were mentioning ahead, what do we know about the process of diffusing the situation that is ongoing at the moment as well?
Well, the most important thing is, of course, to ensure that there is no more violence. Now, there are certain things that had been planned earlier. There's fewer number of patrols, this, that, all kinds of things. Now the thing to do is to ensure that there is absolutely no violence at all. And right now the Major Generals are there talking in Galwan. And it's a long meeting that is going on and on. It's particularly important that it reaches some kind of positive conclusion, because that would ensure that a violent incident like this is avoided. In fact, when Harinder Singh, Lieutenant General Harinder Singh, GOC 14 Corps, had met his counterpart on the 6th of June, this was one issue that came up, that this was to avoid all kinds of conflict. This kind, particularly the use of stones and so on. Now that this has happened. This is absolutely imperative that such incidents are avoided. Apart from loss of life, it actually, which is very, very tragic, and there is also a slowdown in this entire process of de-escalation, and that is hurtful to both countries.
Yes, absolutely, Srinjoy. Thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. More news that's coming in. Army sources have just said that Army Chief General, his planned visit to the Pathankot military station has been cancelled. That's the breaking news that's coming in. He was to visit Pathankot today, and that visit has for now been cancelled.